Wait. I've been up since 5, just feeding the chickens and walking Izzy around, exercising Rufus and Hop here as well, making coffee and just sorting out other stuff that needs to be done. Excuse the fan in the background. I've got the AC on as well. No, I haven't got the air conditioning on, just the fan. Yeah, Thursday the 10th of July, another day. And what sort of a day am I expecting today? Well, it'll be a normal day. I've only got some scheduled lessons. Come on, you, up here, up here, up here. I've only got some scheduled lessons at, what time is it? 6 o'clock this evening, yes. So I've got a day of getting on with other stuff around the land and other work to do this morning. This afternoon, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. But anyway, I've got then lessons starting from 6 until 10 in the evening. I've been watching news around the world, watching news in the UK, watching news in the USA, watching a little bit of news in the Philippines, not really that much. And when I say listening and watching news, I don't mean just watching one channel of the news, like BBC or CNN or Sky News or whatever the case may be, Al Jazeera, Fox. Yeah, I listen to all of those news. And I also listen to a lot of radio news, digital news, World, BBC, Times. The Times news channel, digital channel is a good channel to listen to now when you want to get British news in particular, but also international news. And I've been reading the news as well, quite a lot of news, and news and how it's reported is quite important, and it includes news that comes through on YouTube as well, and how we receive things on YouTube. And it makes me think about how we live these days as people. We tend to live in our own echo chambers these days, where we just listen to news we want to listen to. We listen to people who give us the news the way usually we want to hear it, or what we trust, I guess. And we used to listen to news that was probably coming from one or two sources when we were listening to news, BBC or ITV or whatever, when I was from the UK. So news was, as we saw it, quite objective, and from the news you made your own decision or opinion about it. You either agreed with what was being reported or you didn't, or you felt on one side or the other, whatever the news was that was being reported. But there was an element of trust with it. There was an element of trust in the news you were receiving. I'm going back before social media. These days, the news is very much driven by who's receiving it to a degree. It plays to an audience. And therefore, that's why I say we live in, or many of us live in echo chambers of what we feel we want to hear. When I say many of us, I don't mean myself. I don't live in an echo chamber. I'm very wary of them. Having lived and reported in many countries over the years, you get to understand how things are seen in different environments. In the Philippines, there are certainly people, even people, expatriates living in their own little echo chambers. You know, there are those that are for the Philippines and live here, very much so, enjoying a variety of different lifestyles, whether it's the simple sort of lifestyle which I enjoy, or whether it's more lavish lifestyles. But obviously they're here and they love the Philippines. There are also those that live in the Philippines and are nothing but negative. They have nothing but negative things to say about the Philippines, be it the politics, but not usually so much the politics. Well, you can class it as politics, I suppose, and that's the way they seem to have attitudes with local people, whether it's relationships or whatever else. They define their own views on people. Now, they might well be right. I'm not saying, you know, that these are sensible people, and they are obviously got their own views. But you sort of ask yourself, why are they here? In that case, why do they come here and show that kind of unsettled unhappiness about life? Or is this the best they can find? They know what they have in their home country is worse than what they have here. So they're just living here is better than what they had, although it's still not very good. I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of situation I hear when I listen to some of the channels. And I think I understand why that's the case, because people live in echo chambers. They just can't break beyond them very easily. And what I'm trying to get across is, look, it's horses for courses. Everyone's different. Everyone's got their own mindset. You've got to have the right mindset to be here. Now, what is the right mindset? Very good question. The right mindset is being content. Some people are content with eating very simple food and living a very simple life. Others are only content if they have a very lavish life. Some are in between. I mean, I put myself in between, actually. I say I've got a very simple lifestyle. I'm comparing it with probably what I've had in the past. But I think my lifestyle is pretty good still in terms of, you know, particularly eating. We eat really well. Better. In fact, I eat better here than I did in the UK, for sure. No doubt about it. So when people come here and say the food is awful, the food is terrible, yeah, I mean, I kind of think, well, you obviously had really something totally different. And I don't care whether it's food you were cooking from at home or food you're eating out. I can even compare McDonald's with McDonald's, or Burger King with Burger King, or KFC with KFC. Actually here, I think it's better here than it is there. I mean, apart from the price, obviously, where you can get a Big Mac at a much cheaper price here, the same as what you get in the UK. I think it's better. I was actually having God, I can't even remember what it's called now. I don't normally have fast foods, but yesterday the rain came down, we were going to town, we decided halfway not to go to town. We went to the bank, and then we decided, Richie and I, no, we're not going to go into the city. It's the weather is looking so. We'll call in at the local Jolly Bee and get some food there and bring it home for everybody, which we did. And I had what's it called? Not a Hero. Can't remember. Anyway, I had the equivalent of the Big Mac or the Whopper, you know, the quarter pounder type thing, and it was bloody good, actually. It was a nice beef patty, a bit flat, great cover of salad and gherkin and mayonnaise and tomato and things on it, and fresh bread. And it was the taste was brilliant. It was good. You know, I can't knock it. I mean, it's not something it wouldn't be my choice every day, but actually, as a fast food meal goes, it was good. It was very good. And I've had fast food meals in the UK. I had it When I've had one, I've always thought, why did I have that? You know, it just sat there. I didn't enjoy it. Here it does. I enjoy it even if I have a fast food, something on the go like that. I enjoy it more. So it tastes better. It's the ingredients. It's all to do with the ingredients. The ingredients here are fresh when they are put into the product. In most cases, and even from local foods, local street foods in the market, local foods in the restaurants, it's damn good. You know, it's damn good stuff in most cases. In most cases, and of course, Richie loves her cooking in the kitchen as well. So, you know, I mean, the most enjoyable food we get is obviously what comes out of Richie's kitchen more than anything else, for sure. But yeah, I think when you're coming here or going anywhere, think about these days, what echo chamber are you in? Think about that very carefully, because it is very easy, hear the motorbikes going by, it's very easy to be in your own little band, and then you're conditioned in that little band. And when you come into a new environment like this, it's difficult to initially to think, where are you? Which band are you fitting into? I've always made the point that and I made this point right from the beginning, when I come to the Philippines, I'm going to live like the Filipinos. I'm not going to live like a Westerner who is bringing my Western ideals here, Western thoughts and Western thinking, and Western friends for that matter. So I've tended to stay away from keeping myself in touch with Western ideals. I mean, I've got friends I chat to occasionally on YouTube, and I watch some YouTube channels and things, but I honestly don't get into a expat association, because they are all different. They all have different needs, wants, lives, and you can't say that we're typically in that, or typically in that, or have that to deal with, or that to deal with. Everybody has a different condition to deal with. You know, I love it here. I think it's great. I think life is, but you've got to embrace it. You've got to absorb it. You've got to accept it's different. Don't think you can change it, because you can't. And if you do all those things, you'll do well. You'll do well here and enjoy life here. Anyway, that's my little chat on the day. It was really about that echo chamber situation that you have, that we all have, or end up in somehow, usually based on how media works and what we should do about it. Take care.